Okay, there we go. Now we have the right title. Now we can stream.
Good. Good.
I also apologize because I'm going to be eating breakfast during part of this because I am hungry.
Are you a starving Nate?
Mm-hmm. I had to get some more vault space this morning.
Oh, yeah?
I've just got too much crap in my inventory.
Well, I mean, at this point, you've got like 6 bajillion Lotro points.
I had like 3,900 or something like that. I think I'm down to like 26.
I mean,
Because
you've
it's
been
like,
getting, huh?
because it's like 1,000 each time I upgrade it now.
Yeah, well, because you've been getting 500 a month for over a year at this point.
Yep.
Oh, we should party up. I was like,
Yeah, I was
where
gonna say,
are
where
you?
is you?
I'm heading back towards the mead hall. Oh, I see you. We're gonna go take this harp to Horn.
Kinky. Are you in your warhorse?
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
You could ride your goat cross country if you wanted.
It would take me a lot longer. We also have to kill Goblin Harriers and Mordor Siege Breakers.
Yeah, we're heading to the next town, I seem to recall. Because we gotta do good over here, since we can't go anywhere else.
How racist.
It's probably because we're elves.
I blame Obama.
He's not even in this game.
That you know of.
What did you find? A harp, you say?
Of course, I'm eating as soon as I'm supposed to be reading.
Yep. You just have to talk with your mouth full.
That's how it
Or
always
not.
works. What did you find? A harp, you say? That seems an odd choice of weapon for use by Saruman's minions. Horn's jovial expression disappears when you hand him the battered remains of the harp. I know this instrument, Vontu. How often did I listen to its beautiful music, played first to instruct and only later to entertain? This is the harp of my mentor, Gleowine. Did he run afoul of Saruman's minions? Probably.
My master's harp was trampled by heavy feet. Did he meet his end?
See how the wooden frame has been splintered? My master's harp was trampled by heavy feet and the strings cut. It could be repaired, given enough time and the right materials. Might the same be true of my master? Gleowin is not a young man, and he never was much of a warrior. With his dismissal fresh in mind, did he stumble upon that thrall of Saruman's and meet his end? Horn studies the broken harp. I cannot think this way, Vontu. He could still have escaped that fate and made his way to his settlement. Snowbourn is not far from here, to the southeast. We should go there and ask for any sign of my master.
It does not look good for Horn's
Alright,
master.
let's go.
We literally just left Snowbourn.
We would have had to make this trip eventually, unless
Well, we
we just
just
want to
left.
abandon the story.
But we just left Snowbourn.
That's good. We know exactly where it is then. Unless it moved.
This seems pointless and asinine to keep having us go play messenger boy.
They can't do it. Their feet are super glued to the spot.
I guess. By the way, Heath is still down for Among Us tonight. Zach is unsure. He said he wants to, but it's going to really just depend on work, so.
Is Among Us cursed like Cheesecake Factory?
Well, it won't give you food poisoning, at least.
Oh, it'll find a way. I'll be eating like a saltine cracker while we play, and that's gonna get me.
That's pretty sus.
Whole game's sus.
Yeah, it is. But I am looking forward to playing it tonight. I am sorry, but I have not seen anyone of that description. There have been many ragged folks streaming into Snowbourn of late. It is possible your friend came in a crowd and I just did not see him. You might try south of here by the barracks. There was a disturbance there earlier today, what with all these new people in town. Could be you'll find your friend there. Why did you dismount?
Because we're entering into town and it's just easier.
Okay. Well, let me hop on Jingles the Christmas goat.
The moon monkey!
No, the Christmas goat! When we move to Idaho, if we get a goat, I'm naming it Jingles.
And will it wear a little bell around its neck?
Sure, why not? Seriously though, do you want to get a goat or two when we move?
I don't know. I hadn't really thought about it. Never taken care of a goat.
They do great with just being able to, you know, trim up the land. From what I've been reading on, like, the homesteading subreddit and whatnot.
Hey, you! You there, you! Stay out of my way!
You have found Gleowon. He is alive, but very, very drunk. Hey, you! You there! You! Stay out of my way! You! Hey! He slurs. With that effort expended, Gleowon drifts back into his stupor.
Let's talk to the watching lady.
I know a few remedies for drunkenness.
Is that your friend?
May need them.
He has been deep in his cup since yesterday, and will be of no use to anyone until he crawls out of them again. I have a few remedies that might speed the process if you'd like to try one. One of them involves a mixture of honey and water, another involves the chewing of almonds, and I have heard that a poultice made of raw swamp cabbage can ease drunkenness when rubbed on one's forehead. Perhaps one of those will help. She considers Gleowon once more before continuing. Actually, he is pretty drunk. You might need all of them. I can tell you where to find these remedies if you have a moment. Hooray! We're gonna...
Welcome to our now pranking channel, where we will prank an old drunk man.
Shortly before, you put pepper spray on toilet paper.
It's the least I can do.
Yes, I can give you a bladder of water. I've been drawing water for all the thirsty new arrivals in Snowbourn. It is the least I can do.
That would really suck. Did somebody actually do that?
Oh yeah, it was on a prank channel on YouTube. And then, not only did she do it on the toilet paper for her boyfriend, because, like, he did all these pranks to her, and she's just like, I'm just getting back at him for once. Did you tree?
Don't think so.
Oh. Okay. But then she also pepper sprayed, like, the ice. I've gained one class trait point. I've earned completed the prophetic word class deeds tier 4. Okay.
Oh yeah, you got a class deed.
Okay, so that must have been what that was. Yeah, because I have a point available.
Cool.
Anyway, so she then pepper sprayed the ice in the freezer. So as he's like frantically running to go, kind of like, you know, soothe his now pepper sprayed
Nether regions.
yeah. He keeps adding on to it because the ice was pepper sprayed too. Keep in mind, this is the prank channel that went like wildly over the top. Like it was these two brothers that kept pranking each other. And it was the girlfriend of one of them that got back at her boyfriend that was one of the brothers, but like one of them convinced one of them pulled a prank on the other that his girl convinced the other's girlfriend that he was cheating, like to play along with the idea that he was cheating on her, and that she faked jumping off their balcony. And so, like, he thought she'd actually committed suicide and whatnot.
It doesn't sound very funny.
It was pretty funny actually though. Because like they had a model on the ground dressed in the same exact attire and whatnot, and so he's frantically running down and Anywho though, this I think in revenge for that, the brother who got pranked in that scenario was the one who put together the whole prank where he convinced the other brother that he'd stolen that he'd been abducted by like organ traffickers and had his kidney stolen. And woke up in a bathtub of ice and stuff. Okay, I still need 2.
I need 1. They gotta respawn. There's not enough.
Yeah.
For both of us.
Like I said, this channel kind of went a bit over the top.
A bit too far.
Well, I mean, there's a reason they don't do pranks on their channel anymore. Like they started a whole new channel being like, YouTube prank policy has just become a bit too difficult to figure out. And we don't want to run afoul of it since this is our main source of income. So we're just gonna leave what we've got and we're gonna switch to like parenting vlogs because one of the girls was one of the girlfriends was pregnant and they've since been married at this point, I think.
Probably more wholesome. There's another cabbage over here.
There's 2 cabbages, but I got 1 over on the other side, so I only need the 1 more. Yes, they are contributing to the endless stream of family blogs that exploit their kids for internet points.
I hope they don't turn into one of those prank your children YouTube channels.
It depends on what the prank on your kids is. Because you see, some of those can be just, really wholesome and funny. Like with work, for example. When we did the campaign for Epic Roller Coasters in VR, like they had who can stay in the headset the longest type of prank, where it was they had like silly string and like fart spray and stuff like that. Just really harmless little pranks like that. Well, like and even it also happened to the parents as well. Like that's not a malicious prank. That's just family fun playing around.
See, that's almost not really a prank because everyone's in on it. Everyone knows that they're going to get in the headset and then they're going to get silly string.
Well, they don't know what exactly is going to happen to them. Like no one knew. Like everyone had their own individual little thing that they were doing, but it was mostly tame. In fact, and like the Epic Roller Coaster people loved it. They thought it was great. Speaking of, you should try some of the new roller coasters they've gotten in there since the last time you played. They've got a zombie-themed coaster that is just great.
Mr. Gleowine is alive.
Hey!
Water.
What are...
Water.
Glaywin blinks up at you with bleary red eyes. You offer him water infused with honey, which he drinks easily. This mead tastes a bit watery. You then give him the almonds to chew on, but at the first bite he spits them out. Ugh! What is this? He slurs at you, sensing betrayal. You then rub the cabbage leaves on his forehead and he sputters angrily. Are you trying to poison me? He demands. The remedy seemed to have had little effect on Glaewin, save to make him angry.
I cannot blame him for his state.
I suppose these remedies were worth trying, but in my experience, time has always been the only sure curative. Horn looks at his master's drunken form and sighs. I cannot blame him, Vontu. He has experienced a great deal of suffering in recent days.
Have you ever been to the lands of wilderness?
Hey, we treat!
Bing!
While you were attempting to ease Glaewin back to sobriety, Corridon and I learned some troubling news. Have you ever been to the lands of Wildemore, west of the Wold? I myself have not, but it seems that something might have befallen the people there. A messenger in the night from Harwick brought Reeve Fastred worrisome tidings, that no word has come out of Wildemore for some weeks. It is not a long journey from Harwick to Wildemore, so something must be keeping Harding's men from reporting back to him. I think we should go to Wildemore and see what has happened. I suspect Saruman's hand in this. Something catches Horn's eye, and he starts suddenly. Master Glaewin, what is it? Are you feeling better? Doubtful. Glaewin stares at you with haunted eyes. It would seem something has cut through the stupor caused by his drink. Something has happened in Wildemore? I was born in a small town there, and I have not been back for years, but if something has happened, there's no reason for me to stay here, stranger. If you're going to investigate Wildemore, I would travel with you, and It is young Horn with you, is it not? He has a man's face and build now, but I still remember the years spent teaching him the lessons of history and the ways of music. He was not the most diligent of students. Who among us can say he was? I jest, of course. Who among us can say he was? I abandoned my harp somewhere in the wild and gave away my other possessions when I thought I would have no further need of them. I cannot travel with you until I have them back again. Most of them were more sundries, but there was a map I should not have given away. I feel foolish now, for it was a rare and precious thing, and belongs not in the keeping of children.
I will not keep my master from traveling with us, as long as he knows the danger.
I would not keep my master from traveling with us, Vontu, as long as he understands the danger. If I learned of trouble in Aoworth, I would not long remain in idle safety. I would travel there to learn if anything could be done for my home. It must be the same for Gleowine. I will return his harp and learn what befell as he made the journey to Snowbourn. If you will ask for the map he abandoned, ask the children of Snowbourn. They are sometimes the surest form of information in the city, for they all seem to go see all and go unnoticed. One of them may know what happened to Gleowine's man.
I am in favor of this journey, if you are.
I am in favor of this journey to Wildemore, Vontu, if you are. We should go where we are needed, and if messages have ceased passing the bounds, I say we learn why. I will see about procuring Gleowine's bag of sundries, but I leave the reconstruction of his harp and the finding of his map in Horn's able hands and your own. Alright, let's go talk to children.
Specifically, aren't we? Because we're psychic.
Do you want to name a kid Arnwe?
No.
Alright, Dickface Johnson it is.
No.
Well, those are really the two options, so...
What do you want? Can you not see how busy
See?
I am?
He's dancing! Why wouldn't you want to name a kid Arnwe, when they're dancing? What do you want? Can you not see how busy I am? The child laughs but keeps dancing. You explain that you're looking for Gleowine's map and would appreciate any information about its location. I remember that old man. He went off to the tavern after setting down his belongings by the wall over there. A bag of clothes there was, and a bundle of bread and cheese. I hope he does not expect his food back, because my friends ate it all. Bertrand took the map before any of us could get at it, and he said he was going to use it to go on an adventure to save Rohan. You just missed seeing him by minutes. He left by this gate here. Maybe you can catch up to him and ask for the map back. Yes, a child is off to go save Rohan.
Not very good of the gate guards to let a kid with a map just walk out.
These are the same gate guards who we gave alcohol to, while on watch.
Oh, that's true.
My adventure begins for Snowbourn! Phew, I am really tired. Maybe I should rest a bit. Oh no, here comes another one! Do you like my weird child voice? Bertrand tosses you the map and runs back to Snowbourn. Maybe you had better take this map. Adventuring is tough work. No kidding, kid.
Kid didn't have very much fun.
He wasn't going on an adventure!
Yeah, he didn't leap a low stone wall. That's where he messed up. Or she. I'm not sure which one.
Bertrand could go either way. Do you want to name a kid Bertrand?
I'm probably good.
What if we name a kid Amy, but spell it like A-I-G-H, A-E-G-A-M something. It's just a really weird spelling of it.
No.
Or what if we did that like weird spelling where it's like A and then with an E on the side of it? And then it would be like, Amy.
Thank you. I hope it was
Why does making the A different put extra emphasis on the not A part of the word?
I don't know how that sounds. Ask Elon Musk what his kid's name is and how it's pronounced. He's the one who gave it to him. Ah, you found my map. Thank you. I hope it was not too much trouble. Gleowine unrolls the parchment and wistfully traces a finger along its surface. The life of a minstrel is more than just music and songs, Vontu. I served in the court of Theoden King for so long, I came to forget the roads I walked in my youth, but now, well into my older years, I will once again tread the roads of Rohan and live the traveling life. How many of the places on this map will I see before my feet stop once more and for good? Who can say? Yet I know what I, Gleowen, can say. I am pleased to make the journey with friends, both old and new. You holiday drunk.
Before we go to Wildemore, we must travel to Harwick, in the wall.
What is this empowered wizardry you just got?
It was just something I picked up from some box or something that I just deconstructed.
Okay. I think we're ready to depart. My master has his map and other possessions he will need, and I have arranged for a fresh horse for him to ride. I spoke with Three Fastred while you were outside the city. He remains as stubborn as ever, refusing to entertain the idea that he could more easily defend his people on the other side of the river. And the message from Harwick was just as I had heard secondhand. Pretentious and frightening. No word has come from Harwick from Wildemore for many days, and Harding desired men and horses from Fastred to investigate.
We should ride for Harwick, in the wold.
Okay, let's ride for Harwick, in the wold.
We're doing that in a while.
Oh, okay.
We're going to finish the suit crofts first.
What else is left in the Sucrofts?
Walstow.
Oh, okay. I can get behind that. I
We have
guess.
to kill goblin harriers and Mordor siege breakers.
Well, I know that. But there's a whole nother town left?
Yep.
Wow.
And then they're going to try and get us to do the end game grindy stuff that's no longer end game, but we won't fall for it. Not unless you want to spend like a month and a half making a town.
Not particularly.
Kill all the goblins!
Where'd you go? Oh, there'd you go. That's just a Mordor orc. That's not a siege breaker.
He was in my way.
Where'd you go?
I'm not that far from where I was a second ago.
And yet, I don't see your dot on the minimap. Now I see you. Freaking Ferrari on ice. Dill's explanation was exactly accurate. Or description.
You're never gonna forget it.
No, because it's 100% accurate.
You've been pulling guys.
I still have no idea what I'm doing on my war steed.
Button mashing.
Basically. I've had it for months now. Several levels. And I still have barely any idea how to control this thing. Or fight on it. Or actually do any damage on it.
Just circle strafe until everything's dead.
I have such little power on my war steed. I much prefer fighting on the ground. Please tell me this is primarily just a Rohan thing.
It's available in all future regions, but it's not as pushed.
Okay. Like, I get it for Rohan. I do. It makes sense.
kind of fits the whole aesthetic.
Yeah. But it is just confusing to me.
Hey, we're done.
And I am rubber banding.
Well, why would you do that?
It's not like I'm intending to.
Alright, that guy's resetting. Get out of the field. Go this way.
I'm trying to. I got someone chasing me.
Nah, just let them chase. Unless they knock you off, you'll outrun them eventually.
So you say.
Oh, look, an enemy camp. I'm sure we'll be clearing that out soon.
Oh, probably.
This town has no wall whatsoever.
Far too trusting.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
The what?
Far too trusting.
Of orcs.
You totally could have picked up that line, and I would have been so impressed. Like the next line. Or do you not know what I'm referencing?
I know I should know it, but... Or at least I think I should know it, but it's just not
You
coming
should
to
know
me.
it.
It's not coming to me.
You really should know it. I'm actually kind of disappointed.
Only thing that's coming to me, my brain, is Star Wars.
It is Star Wars. Dantooine is too remote a system to make a proper demonstration, but don't worry. We will deal with your rebel friends soon
Will
enough.
you aid the horse lords?
I am Winsig, Thane of Wasto. What business have you here? You bring word from Snowbourn. Well then, what is it? So Fastred is concerned by the outpouring of orcs into our lands, as am I, since they pour on to my doorstep. Fastred may be brash, but I respect his leadership. If he has sent you to us, he must trust in your skill as well. Now then, if you wish to see Wasto survive another week, we must move at once.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
You have seen the state of Wasto. I am certain that you can tell that things look grim for us. The crofters cannot even approach their fields, and the orcs have set up camps to the north and south, effectively blocking us from any dealings with Snowbourn. The crofters are losing hope, and I blame them not. If you would, please speak with them. You have given so many in the Sookcrofts hope already. To see that in my own people again would be so inspiring, even if only for today. Well, okay.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
I'm honestly not sure where I got the well okay thing that I do. Like what I'm referencing with that. I know I'm referencing something, but I can't remember what for the life of me.
Maybe you're referencing you.
Entirely possible.
Will you aid the horse lords?
So you are the one Snowbourn sent to save us. I've heard of your exploits, and I can only hope that you'll be the one to save us from the orcs. We've lost so much and so many. I know not how much more we can endure. Now we need to talk to a Dogafoo? Okay, that has to be a kid's name.
No.
Yes!
No.
Yes!
Will you aid the horse lords?
Why are you such a buzzkill?
I'm not going to subject a child to this.
What does it matter now? Even if we are saved, the entire harvest is lost. My croft was burned to the ground by the orcs, and now look at our town. We have but moments left. Winsig is a great leader, but she cannot face a force of this strength. None among us can, and I cannot believe that any brighter days lie ahead. What?
So what did it say when you flexed before her?
Our future child's name stifles a chuckle as you pose, but her smile is unmistakable.
So I hugged her.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a dog who looks painfully uncomfortable with what just occurred, but she at least seems to be distracted from the threats facing Wallstow. I awkwarded her out. Awkward turtle next.
Awkward turtle on his back. Egglefirth. This is a great name too.
To these lands.
Why are you saying no? Why don't you want these? They're amazing.
If we live in Rohan, we can name our children this.
We're gonna have 5 acres. It may as well be Rohan.
5 acres does not make Rohan.
They're 5 acres right next to a bunch of farmland and people who will have horses. It's close enough.
There's not this great culture and history of horses.
It's Idaho.
That's potatoes.
And horses.
No, it's just potatoes.
And cows.
Maybe some cows.
And horses.
No, it's just mostly potatoes.
Potato horses.
Are you gonna carve a potato out of a horse, or carve a horse out of a potato?
Carve a potato. I don't know how that would work.
I think that would be called butchering the horse, but carve a horse out of a potato and name it Egglefirth.
I might. What would you have to say if I did?
You can have Egglefirth the potato horse.
Yeah, you know, you can name the kid whatever we want. I will still call them Egglefirth.
And then they'll give you a weird look. They'll master the one raised eyebrow by like age 2 months.
It's the Magnum! Wait, you haven't seen that movie, have you?
Don't think so.
Zoolander?
Definitely not.
You're not a big Ben Stiller guy. Welcome, stranger. So you come from Winsig. She is a bold leader, to be certain. My men and I have fought hard to keep Wallstow from those fiends, and so far we have survived. Confused not our town's disrepair with weakness. We have fought the orcs from the wall constantly, and we have lost only a few crofts. The orcs rally to the north and south, but my men and I still hold strong. They will not breach our defensives, and when the time comes, we shall deliver such a blow that they shall never dare return to Rohan. Your prowess precedes you, but know this, you will have to earn my respect. Now then, I am sure Winsig has many a task for you, as she does for us all.
He didn't want a hug.
Apparently. Oh, are we binding?
Yeah, figure might as well.
Yeah, probably. Good idea.
We met the 3 other people in your town.
What business have you with
Thank
the
you for speaking
Rohirrim?
with each of my people. Morale has been very low as of late, and I need the trust of my people as we move forwards. I have many thoughts on what we can do to secure Wallstow from the orcs, but their risk is great.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
We have neither the time nor the means to restore all of Wallstow, but I believe you can aid us with some small repairs. Along the stream to the west, there are a great number of reeds. These reeds can be used to repair the roofs for the townsfolk here in Wallstow. However, these reeds are very close to the orc camps nearby. It is more than likely that you may quickly find yourself surrounded by orcs while there. That said, be swift about your business. I will await your return.
You're like, oh, I hope we get surrounded by orcs.
Homicidal sociopath right here.
I mean, we're basically the terror story that orcs tell their children to get them to sleep at night.
Are we the Will Smith of I Am Legend in Lord of the Rings?
Probably.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
The orcs have laid waste to our crops, and barely any of our crops still stand. We will soon find ourselves starving if we do not harvest anything and leave it to the orcs to finish what they have begun. Go to the crofts to the west of here. When I fled, I saw some of the wheat still standing in amid the destruction. Harvest as much as you can. It will be our last chance to do so. Well, okay.
The Rohirrim have need of your
Oh there!
services.
I have another task for you if you can spare the time. The guard captain has requested aid in assembling the new barricade along the border of Ulster. He has the materials at the ready, he just needs them positioned along the rocks at the edge of town. If you do this, we will be able to rest easier knowing the orcs will have far fewer openings from which to attack us. That accent was all over the place.
Yeah, you kind of went Scottish, you kind of went London, you kind of went...
It's early, I'm still waking up, don't judge me.
Considering that last time we spoke to him, he just had normal voice.
I'm trying to liven it up for the other one person who's watching the stream. Don't judge me.
Gosh, these little wood spikes, they'll sure do a lot.
Is that horse wearing boots? No, okay, that's just its legs. I swear, I looked up and that horse looked like it was wearing boots.
Pray for mercy from...
Boots in boots. Gosh, that's a good movie.
It is a really good movie. We should watch them.
We should.
But not the fourth one.
I'm not terribly fond of the third one either.
I like the third one, it made me laugh, but the fourth one really just didn't. Not enough to make me want to watch it again.
I was not really a fan of the third one.
I liked when the princesses were invading the castle to Barracuda.
I mean, that was funny. That part was funny. I wasn't big on the plot of it overall because it was just too predictable.
Do you have all 8 of your defensible locations?
I do indeedly. You're leaving me behind! Like
Here, I'll kill
Batman
this
left
one.
Joker behind and got Arkham Knight. You never finished Arkham Knight, did you?
I never started it.
I thought you did.
The only one of those I've ever played is Asylum, which you still need to play.
I do still need to play. You need to play City and Night. Those were amazing. Although I'm so looking forward to Gotham Knights.
It looks like fun.
And then the Harry Potter one looks really fun too.
I'm so excited for that one.
Yep. That comes out, what, November?
All we know is holiday time.
Yeah, and well, when does Gotham Knights come out?
I do not recall at the moment.
I mean, I want to say July, but I'm fairly positive I'm wrong.
I might find out about Elder Scrolls 6 tomorrow.
You won't find out about Elder Scrolls 6 tomorrow. Because I'll tell you exactly what it's going to be. If you get anything, it's going to be another 3-second teaser.
Looking at some scrubby land.
Yep. And a Khajiit being dragged off by the town guard, screaming, "Khajiit is innocent!"
We could go to elsewhere. That place is stunning.
Skooma is not Khajiits. Followed by another one saying, "Khajiit has wares if you have coin." Speaking of coin, we should play Settlers of Catan at some point.
Yep.
In the not terribly distant future. I mean, I can ask your sister and her husband if they want to come up tomorrow.
I thought we were having a quiet nothings one day.
Yeah, that's true. We had talked about that. Ah! Mordor skirmisher, and you've left me behind yet again. Because you always do that.
We crossed midway. We were going opposite directions. Is that really me leaving you behind?
Yes! You're the one with the movement speed buff. Anytime I don't have it, I've been left behind.
Even if you're on a horse and you can't have it?
Yes!
Even if you're in front of me?
No. Not in that particular scenario. Not all the time, anyway. Occasionally.
I need one more read.
I do as well.
That's not a read. Oh, we gotta go to the other side of the waterfall.
Oh, we do?
That's what the little colored bit on the map is telling me.
Well, poodoo. That is my response to such a thing.
That is a favored response to a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. I pissed off a skirmisher. And so walking through the river just kind of reminds me of our first anniversary trip in Mexico. When we did the jungle zip line. You remember ziplining right into a lake?
That was cool. But that little river is much different than the one in the jungles in Mexico.
Yeah, it is. I agree. I'm not. It reminded me of that. Because I just remembered ziplining into that little lake. And getting, what was it he called it? A Mexican baptism?
That's what the tour guides called it.
Yeah. I mean, I know you're not a big adrenaline junkie, but you gotta admit, that was a ton of fun.
It was pretty cool.
I mean, how many people can say that they have ziplined through a rainforest? Anyone who's gone on that tour can, but still. We do need to go back there at some point. I mean, it's actually not a terribly unreasonable expensive vacation.
International travel's been a bit difficult of late.
True. I mean, once things calm down, once stuff kind of comes back to some semblance of normalcy. I could hopefully arrange to do that with, like Galen and Kim or people. I think Austin would have a fun time doing it, as would Zach.
I bet these horses been eating this wheat.
The horses and Orxies. This Orxie is tripping to try to get into that building.
He's like, let me in!
He's like the meme. Let me in! Let me in! Like that.
Something like that.
I'm being a bit silly this morning.
Silly is not a bad thing.
But am I being too silly this morning?
That is up to you to decide.
You're the wife. You get to determine that stuff.
I'm usually pretty silly on my own, so I don't really have a good answer.
This is true. That is undisputable.
This is a beautiful morning sky.
That'd be. So I am like super excited. Not saying that I'm not enjoying the stream, but I'm like super excited for the stream to be done to get on to V Rising again and then start building my castle further on the server. Now that I've finally been able to expand out a bit further on my base.
See, I need more decorations.
Well, we can grind out scrolls. Well done, Vontu. These should aid us in repelling any orcs that are foolish enough to assault us directly. I will inform the guard captain that the task is completed.
He turned into a dwarf for a second.
I don't do accents super well.
Do you want a waterfall outside your house like this?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Only problem is it'd probably be loud.
I could live with that. If we had Jeff Bezos style money, I could totally have a waterfall like that and be content.
What brings you to these lands?
This was a risky move, but if we were to claim any of our remaining crops, we had to harvest them now or risk losing everything to the orcs. Thank you for your aid.
Will you aid the
Wonderful
Horse
work,
Lords?
Vontu. I hope the orcs did not cause you too much trouble. I will alert my men and have them begin repairs while you and I continue to work on reinforcing Wallstow. Hey, my horse to the horse, of course, of course.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
As I have said, the orcs have been mustering to camps to the north and south of Wallstow. Oh. I fear what they have planned for us, but I know it cannot be anything good. I want you to scout these camps. I'm uncertain how many foes we face. Also, some of the riders have not yet returned. I'm worried about them. If you see them in your travels, please bring it to my attention. Yeah, they did.
So dead. Death Assassins is looking for lost souls or shinies that need new homes.
Shinies? Is that supposed to be like a Clone Wars reference?
Not sure. Probably means like new players, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would be a Clone Wars reference. You know, because at one point, like in the episode where you first meet like Echo and Fives, Rex and Cody are checking out the station, and it was one of the two that refers to them as shinies, and they're just like, shinies, Commander? And they're just like, you know, your armor, it's shiny and new, just like you.
I liked your kite.
Yeah, I accidentally hit that.
There are orcs here.
Oh, this is for the orcs.
You've made a few friends.
I've noticed.
I've made friends.
Come on, friend. Alright, well, nothing for it. Time to aggro everything in this field, because I'm a psychopath.
Are you aggroing everything in that field?
Not intentionally, but I can't help it because I have no control over this war steed.
Oh, so the horse is aggroing everything.
Yes, it's the horse's fault. That's how I'm going to describe it.
It has a mind of its own.
It really does!
A mind of metal and wheels.
Yep. As the old world burns in the fires of industry. Stop hitting me! I'm very squishy and sunburned.
The sun's not even up.
It's a reference?
Alright, I think we're out of combat.
Okay. Although not a reference I would expect you to get. Or no. But one I have made before. You killed him right as I dismounted.
Did it count for you?
Yeah. Foes from all sides.
Yeah, talk to Winzig.
Yeah. I have a point available. Oh wait, that's gonna throw me for my horse. I should probably not spend that right now. See,
Yeah, that
I'm
makes me
learning.
sure. You have learned much since you started.
I mean, that's the image I keep presenting to you. Whoa,
Don't go into the crevice.
I've gathered that. Stop rubber banding me!
It'd be funny if going indoors did not dismount us and we just are in there with our horses.
I'm not sure they would appreciate
What
the
business have you
excrement
with
the
the
horses would
Rohirrim?
drop. The camps have grown then. This does not bode well for Walster. We cannot delay any longer. The fight must be brought to the orcs before they grow even further out of our control. I will have need of you again very soon. By very soon, you mean instantaneously.
The Rohirrim will need
Bantu, the
your
time has come
aid.
to make a decisive strike against our enemies. To the west and south, the orcs have set up their camps and intend to starve us out as more forces of Mordor pour in from the east. We cannot allow this to happen. I want you to travel to these camps and raise them. If we can eliminate the orcs that already seek shelter on our lands, we will be much less ill-prepared to deal with the arrival of new foes. Make haste. Every passing minute brings more orcs to the Sukkrofs. Their camps must burn or all will be lost.
Will you aid the
These
Rohirrim?
orcs know nothing of retreat. They will throw themselves at our feet until we wither and fall. To the west, Fostrad employs a far more terrifying tactic. He makes of our enemies' heads grim standards that litter the ground as reminders to his foes that he is not to be crossed. Whether the orcs pay this with any heed, I know not. However, I know that Snowbourn stands still, and Warstow enters its fleeting throes. I would have us employ the strategy in Warstow, as gruesome as it is. Travel to the orc camp of Ashturub and Ufum Mao to the west and southwest of Warstow. Take a trophy of each orc's head and steal their spears. Upon your return, we will mount them about the town. The orcs have made a great effort to reinforce their newfound holdings in the Sukkrofs. They brought a significant amount of supplies in through the east wall before we were able to contain them. Following the sacking of Hitbold to the north, they had even more materials with which to work. I want you to raise their structures and return with some of their stolen wood. What the frick was that?
I used one of the swamp cabbages. I didn't know it would do it to you too.
Okay. We can use it to bolster our defenses and keep Warstow standing. Carry as much as you can and return it to me. She's not reacting as I'm laying there on the ground.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
A great many people have fallen on Walstow, not the least of them being an invasion of orc riders from the east wall. They slipped past our defences and now roam the plains to the west, guarding the two camps from any unmounted assault. As you move to attack these camps, defeat their riders and you will find yourself faced with far less trouble. Move with haste, as they most certainly will also.
We listen best when they're on the floor.
Apparently.
Now, I'm no battlefield technician, but I do think that these people would have a better chance of survival if their town had a wall.
Oh, it's entirely likely.
Even these orcs have a wall.
Mm-hmm. I would agree. You're not getting any disagreement from me. Crippling on the front. You have overheard orcs of the camps near Walstow, snarling something that can only be the name of one orc. You should defeat the leader of this force and plunge the remaining orcs into disarray.
If we were playing a Shadow of Mordor game, then he'd be on the list of Commander Orc.
Yep. Where we'd hear Celebrimbor, the absolute jerk in that series, be like, Bazdu, or whatever. Those were really well done games, though.
I did very much enjoy them.
You've discovered numerous tents about the orcs' camps. They appear to be shoddily made and would likely burn with little effort. You should light them ablaze for the good of Walstow. Oh boy, can do!
Fire!
Did you like my Meeseeks impression?
It's one of your favorites.
Yeah, I can't really do Meeseeks too well, though.
Anyone in there?
Nope.
You should come look at this.
What am I, what am I supposed to be looking at? And where are you?
Come here, over here, over here, over here.
Where? I don't see you. There you are. I wasn't seeing you on the minimap. What am I looking at? Oh, wow. That is an odd spot for a tater.
I want to pick it.
Well, good luck.
I can't get on top of the tent.
Like I told you, good luck.
I've given an orc barricade a bleed effect.
Interesting.
I can make anything bleed.
Apparently. So do you want to try the new Arc map coming out?
Which one is it? The Lost Island or Lost
No,
Fjordor?
it's
or...
like Fjordor or whatever it is. I don't know if it's out or not already.
I'm a little arced out still.
I am too. We went so hard for so long. That it would be fun. But I don't have the grind in me again.
We're grinding V Rising right now.
And I'm much more enjoying V Rising because there's a lot more to do.
It's not stuff you've done bajillion times.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like you know, V Rising, you've got bosses, you've got other stuff, and the castle, like the decorations and whatnot, are a lot. You can personalize it a lot more. You can make it look a lot prettier than what most of us are capable with the Arca base. But there's also a part of me that's just like, I really, really, really enjoyed Ark. And this could be fun. Thanks to your efforts, the Orc camps burn brightly. This is surely a sign of better days to come for Walstow.
One way to look at it, I suppose. Oh, Fauk's at the other camp.
Worsteed?
We gotta get out first.
Shh. Just run past him. See? It's that easy.
Well, we do have to kill Mordor Warg Riders and Corruptors while we're out here.
True.
Jump.
Oh, so I saw that the guy who wrote the Kyoshi novels apparently has a new one coming out for like the era avatar that preceded Aang.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's available for pre-order right now, but I'm... Yeah, because I think it comes out next month, so...
So you have another Avatar novel.
Yeah, I will. Which will be good, because I'm... As much as I've been enjoying binging all the Star Wars novels, it'll be nice to have a bit of a change of pace. Okay, it's telling me I've got a point available. Oh, that's because I need to apply it, I think. Yeah, okay, there we go. I don't think I ever actually hit apply.
Are you finally getting burned out a little bit on the Star Wars books?
Not burned out, but a change of pace and coming back to it later would probably be good. Because like I'm still very much enjoying them and like and whatnot, but I've been going hard on the Star Wars audiobooks for what, 2 months now. Not that I'm complaining, like they're great, and I've still got a bunch more to go through, but basically I think after I finish the Windu book, which could possibly be today even, I mean I've got 2/3 of the Darth Bane trilogy. I've got to get the 3rd book at some point, but then after that I will probably take a break and switch genres for a little. I mean, there are, just a truck ton of StarCraft books, too, I could go into, which would be fun.
And after that, you have to do Star Trek.
No. I'm good on that.
But Star Wars, StarCraft, Star Trek.
I'm not huge into Star Trek. Like, I liked it, but I liked Next Gen when I was a kid, but and, like, Voyager was alright, but that's really kind of it. Like, I'm not as big of a nerd into the lore of Star Trek as others are. But like the Dark Templar saga that I've been reading, when I've actually sat down and read, hasn't been bad. There's also a bunch of the Warcraft stuff that I should get into as well.
I would recommend those. Those are fun.
Which, speaking of, we really should get War of... What is that? Okay.
Why did you?
I kept hearing I kept hearing a sound like I was being shot at, even after we'd kill everything. But I mean, I really think we should pick up War of the Ancients as an audiobook just to have that at least, because they're just those are good books.
I should probably reread those because, like, when I first read them, like, that was my introduction to, like, Warcraft lore.
Yeah, well, because you just
and I didn't know anybody or anything.
You just barely started playing WoW at that point, I believe.
Yeah.
Like, you'd been playing for maybe a month or so by the time you started reading the books, and then... So you had, like, a very scant understanding. Whereas, I'm in it, and I'm like, oh, cool. I know, like, most of these people. But those are just extremely well done books. Very good reads. Also, picking up the new Thrawn series would probably be good too, because they're just really well written. The Ascendancy trilogy has been fantastic too. You defeated Thauk. The orcs will surely prove far less of a challenge with their leadership broken. Winsig will be very pleased to hear of this.
Well, we can go back to town now.
No, we can't.
Just bring him with you.
Now we can. Or maybe we still can't. I'm still in combat.
Who are you in combat with?
Heck if I know.
Are you in combat with this barricade?
Maybe. I did.
Nah, they're yellow. They're not aggressive.
They're non-sentient.
That might also be a factor.
Do you need a Numenorian Axe of Might?
I don't know. Did you get one?
I did. It has a small chance of lowering your target's armor by 116.
That's what axes do.
Yep.
Oh, poop.
What? What?
There's a quest item in our pending loot.
Oh, joy.
I only had 2 of it, looks like, though.
You found more of the Rohirrim's trappings. You should seek out the Rohirrim nearby and see if he has survived the orc attacks. So that would be up in the
North camp.
Yeah. Okay. I'll meet you up there. 'Cause I'm right by it. Oh, I think I found him. Yeah, here he is. Ooh, dread? Why do I have dread?
Ooh, why do you have dread?
I don't know.
Why are you bothering me?
No, stay away from me, my head. You're meant to hurt me, he said. You're no savior, Rohan. Mordor will bring us glory, and you stand in the way.
I think he went a little nuts.
I'm inclined to agree. What has happened? A man in dark robes approached me, and I went too fast for me to read the text. I can remember nothing beyond. The Rohirrim snaps out of a stupor and looks deeply perplexed.
Ooh, suspicious doings.
Wah, 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 wah. Like that. That's suspicious.
Yeah, though I don't think there should be children out on the streets when there's open war at your doorstep.
That's the best time to have kids out on the streets. Don't you know that?
So they can watch?
Exactly.
What business
While
have
such
you
a
with the
vicious
Rohirrim?
show of force is not normally my favorite choice, if we are to survive, I feel nothing can be lost by imitating Fastred. His thirst for destruction has made an impression on the orcs, and if they could feel such a thing as fear when approaching Snowbourn, I am certain they would. I will have these mounted about town. Thank you for honoring such a barbaric task with your aid. Such
What brings
foolish
you to
creatures,
these
we shall
lands?
benefit greatly from these resources. I will have my men begin work on erecting even more defenses along our borders.
Will you aid the
Such a
horse
loss
lords?
will have hamstrung their defense. Without the precious riders, the camps will be far more vulnerable to attack. You have done well, Vontu.
What
You have
brings
done
to
what I
these
thought
lands?
impossible, Vontu. The orcs may still pose a threat to us, but they will no longer lurk just outside our homes. We will strengthen our defenses at the east wall and block as many of their number as we can from invading our lands. Okay, what do I want here? Yeah, I could replace a level 84 ear.
Will you aid the
I know
horse
not what
lords?
horror sees control of his mind like that. Once he wakes, I will speak with him. Thank you for bringing him back to Walstow. I only hope that he shall recover from such a thing.
What
You have
business
done what I
with the
thought impossible.
Rohirrim?
Oh wait, what? I thought... Oh, I must have hit finish later. Hey Cyber Knight, we are on Arkenstone, actually.
Our success depends
And
upon our
thanks for
strength.
chiming in. Welcome to
Will
the
you aid
channel.
us?
The orcs will be reeling from your assault for a great long time, Bontu. I'm certain of that. Now we must work to ensure that no more of their ilk slip past our defences and into the Sootcrofts. Travel out to the pathway that leads into the east wall. You will find barricades there, but unfortunately none of my men. Due to your efforts, I can now afford to have my riders defend these positions. Signal them from the barricades and they will hold their position. Return to me when this is done. Oh, cool, cool. You don't have any characters on Brandywine, do you, hon?
No, don't think so.
They're all on Arkenstone?
I think so.
Yeah, that's why we rolled here, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's where my main characters were.
Though funny enough, we're listening to Fellowship of the Ring right now on audiobook, and they just got past the Brandywine and into Bree, so it's funny you mention the Brandywine.
Plus a whole old forest and Barrow Downs between the two.
I mean, yes. I just thought it was funny.
No, it is funny. It's you kind of made the same jump that the movie made, where Brandywine Bree.
Yeah, because the rest wasn't entirely relevant, I thought, but your point is fair.
It's not clicking.
It keeps telling me it's already in use.
Oh, there we go. I blew a little horn. Oh, and then I interrupted it.
There we go. Okay. You apparently don't blow the horn if you're mounted and interact with these.
I keep moving too early because the horn sound ends before you're actually done casting.
Yeah, I wait until the actual number changes and then I move on. Okay, I've been playing way too much V Rising apparently because I'm like, oh wait, I'm in sunlight, I need to move.
Get in the shadow!
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I've been thinking. I'm like, I'm getting burned. I mean, admittedly, yes, I have probably been playing way too much V Rising, but still, I do not regret a single second of it. You've discovered an outpouring of orcs near the east wall. You should defeat them for the good of Wallstow. I should defeat them because I'm a homicidal sociopath.
With his massive orc kill count.
You have 9 characters, and your highest is level 10 on Arkansas. Interesting. You know, we've been playing this for a year. Like level 10 was a long time ago for us. We started LOTRO last February. That's when we started streaming it.
Something like that.
Yeah. And I still remember that first stream. We had Dill and Eck both subscribe, or both follow us, and then Eck followed for Eck was pretty active with us for a good while, and then just dropped off. But Dill's still around. Right on. Yeah, leveling this in this game takes a lot longer than any other like MMO or RPG I've ever played. Like 54 is an achievement still to get to that point.
Well, this game is far more about experiencing all the story between start and end than it is just get to the end as fast as possible and do all the raids and whatnot.
No, I get that. But it takes a long time to level in this game.
Our mission is dire.
I am the same way in WoW, Cyber. Like I have, like we play WoW also, and I have, oh gosh, how many alts?
More than me.
Yeah, like 14, something like that. Hey Mary, nice to see you again. Excellent. Those orcs should find much more trouble waiting for them when they pass out of the east wall. Now then, more must be done.
The Rohirrim have need of
Oh
your
there, if you are
services.
traveling near the east wall, have a care. A few of my men have some crofters, we sent west to Snowbourn have gone missing, and I fear that some terrible fate befell them. In my travels on the road, I have heard many suspicious sound, but I know not if my mind is playing tricks on me. If I had to guess, though, I would suspect that orc killers were lurking just beneath my notice. You are a hardy one, are you not? Perhaps you can lure those cowards out of hiding and discover the fate that befell my fellows on the road west. Return to me with what you learn. You see, I'm kind of a mix. Like I like getting my stuff to the end of areas because it's just like now I can do everything that I want to do with them. But at the same time, it's just like I do enjoy the
Will you
story that
aid
you
the
can
Horse
unlock.
Lords?
So, any orc that will no longer threaten my people brings me great joy. You have done well in defeating our foes. But yeah, no, they lean very heavily into the story stuff here in LOTRO, like my wife was saying. Very heavily.
Yep.
Though they did that a bit with Swoter when I was playing that.
I see a quest.
Didn't I? Oh, there it is. Where's the quest? What quest?
Come and find me.
I'm finding you.
The Rohirrim
Ah,
need your
Adolgafu, our
aid.
future daughter's name. Vontu, I know you are quite busy helping others about town, but if you have a moment, I would ask one last favor of you. To the north lies the ruins of my home, Heightbold. It was a beautiful town that was sacked and destroyed utterly by the orcs of Mordor. I, like so many others, fled in terror as our home burned. As I ran, I dropped a precious pendant, an heirloom of my line that has persisted from the days of Eorl. Knowing the nature of those detestable creatures, I would assume they shattered it along with everything else, yet I have hope that it remains. If you would, travel to the north near the remains of Hitbold and see if my pendant still remains. I will reward you with everything I can spare should you find it intact.
Alright, I need an orc killer.
What is this? Disturbed shrub?
It's seen some things.
Apparently. You must bring for us a shrubbery! Oh wait, I always forget, you have not...
I
seen that
know the
movie.
reference. I know the reference.
Cyber, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And I've seen parts of the movie. I just, I fell asleep.
No, I get you on that, Cyber. Like, I came back about... I came back when we decided to start streaming this. So, like, last February. But I tried getting into it just on my own about 2 years prior to that. And I got up to, like, level 20-something as a minstrel, and I just could not get into it further. I was just like... I'm just bored. Like, I don't know if I could play this game if I weren't playing with my wife, just because it's... I enjoy it, but it's just a bit long and tedious. Yeah, no, I'm very fortunate that I have a wife who games with me. I'm extremely fortunate. that this isn't a chore, that she's just doing this to go along with me, or to make me happy.
I'm the one who dragged you into this game.
You are indeedly. Okay, so funny story on people falling asleep during movies. This is a bit random, but when I was in college, I had this friend that I introduced to my best friend's family, who they like immediately adopted as a daughter, because they just fell in love with her. And we were down there for Thanksgiving one time because she was from Texas, I was from California. We were going to school in Idaho. So no real point to go home for Thanksgiving when we'd be going back for Christmas in like 3 weeks. And, my friend's family lived very close to Idaho. Anyway, so his mom was like, you guys need to watch Much Ado About Nothing because she's a big Shakespearean thespian. And so we're watching it, but my friend falls asleep during, like, the wedding part of the movie, which is, like, kind of the pivotal central point of the whole play that everything pivots around for Act 2. And so she wakes up about 15, 20 minutes after the wedding, but everything has changed. Like, the hero is supposedly dead. The man who was supposed to be marrying her is like distraught. Everything's in disarray, and she's like, so wait, what happened? And we keep going back to saying, you know, it all happened at the wedding. Everything happened at the wedding, and she's like, what wedding? And so like my friend and I were just, oh, there's a quest right here. My friend and I were just like, everything happened at the wedding. You can't fall asleep during the wedding. It's like she starts complaining, just like they won't, like calls in his mom, just like, Tracy, they won't tell me what's going on. And she's like, what do you mean they won't tell you what's going on? And we're like, she fell asleep during the wedding. And Tracy was just like, oh, that's your own dang fault. They're absolutely right. Just you have to be awake for that part to understand anything else in the rest of the movie. So, yeah. Sorry, I know a bit of a random tangent, but I'm me.
You're a fan of random tangents.
I'm wildly ADD like that. Ah, no, don't knock me off, please. I just want to murder you. Is that too much to ask? Where are you?
Killing another guy.
Oh, there's a warband.
Raid.
Oh, yeah. How do you do a raid on a horseback? That just sounds...
40 people like a tornado around it.
He's right here.
Did you just get aggroed on?
No, he must have spawned right here. Because I just saw him all of a sudden, like, who is it? Yeah.
What is he? Is he an orc or a...
he's a warg rider. Okay, I gotta run. I gotta run very quickly. Run! Fly, you fool!
Oh, look, there he is.
But you know, he just kind of spawned. And he's still chasing me!
Run for your life!
I'm trying to! Okay, I'm gonna try and catch up with you. How I'm still mounted, I don't know.
Magic.
Seriously, how do you do a 40-man raid on a warband? I just don't understand that.
I'm not sure it actually takes 40 people, but, you know, just a lot.
Well,
but it's just, I imagine it's like this tornado of horses.
Probably. I still need to kill 2 orcs. Do you?
I got all mine.
How'd you get all yours and I didn't?
I think you went too far away from the wall.
I guess. Okay, well, can you come give me a hand?
I'm coming.
Aomen's End. What? Oh, is this where Aomir's father died?
Maybe. Interesting.
Okay, I got it. You have defeated more mounted forces out of the east wall and stopped any orcs from rebuilding their camps within the Soot Crofts. One of these days I'll figure out how to actually fight on a war steed. I've only been in Rohan for... how long? Since, like, December?
I don't think it's been quite that long. But, I mean, it's only like, you know, 3 hours every Saturday.
True. Ah, then it is as I assumed. Such a loss. Great folk were they. At least those shameless orcs met a fate so deserved. You have my thanks, Vontu. I am amazed that you found it. I know not what to say. When I fled Heitvold, I was sure that nothing would be left by the horde orcs. Alas, I fear that Wallstow will come to a similar end, but that is a conversation for another time. Okay, now where to?
Back inside the mead hall, looks like there's a quest there.
Okay. I can get behind that idea.
success.
You have aided us
depends upon
beyond
our
what I could have
strength.
ever imagined,
Will you
Vontu.
aid
Walsto
us?
will still have many fights ahead of it, but the orcs no longer lurk just outside our borders. The time has come for you to return to Fostred. I am sure that Snowbourn faces new threats in your absence, and there will be much more for you to do upon your return. My men and I can hold here for now, thanks to you. It was an honor, Vontu. Go with our respect. So, back to Snowbourn.
Yep.
Well, okay.
And we can just take the taxi horse.
Oh, that's true. You say that after I get on my war steed.
Yep. I'm inconvenient like that.
You are inconvenient like that. But I still love you.
Yay!
Welcome and well met,
Okay,
my friend.
Snowbourn, swift travel. There we
Your
go.
aid is welcome, friend.
Alright, Jingles, let's do this thing. I love my Christmas goat.
Just hear that jingles, jingling, jingle, jingling down.
Something like that.
I couldn't think of any other words, and so I just said jingle 50 billion times.
Really, that sounded like 6, but, you know, 50 billion, same deal. Sorry, that was a bit snippy.
No, that's fine.
Ah, you have returned. Am I to assume Walsto stands strong? Many peculiar things have occurred since you left us to aid my thane. The traitor has been left to rot in our prison, but yet more threats face us every day. You have returned at a most opportune time, I think. Wait, what? The traitor? Did they throw him into... Really? As I said, the traitor's been sent to the prison. He will be hungry by now, so you should feed him rations through the wall of his cell. Perhaps by the time he is eaten, I will be willing to look him in the face again. Go, before starvation grants him the freedom he so little deserves. They didn't just throw Gisling or whatever his name is in there, did they?
We'll have to find out.
Oh, if they threw Gisling in there, I'm not going to be happy. I like Gisling.
Going to wreak your vengeance upon these people.
Something like that. Where is the prison?
Map is pointing me in this direction.
Well, okay.
To the door that says jail.
Yeah, that would probably, yeah.
Oh, we gotta get food for him first. Yep, it's Gisling.
But Gisling isn't the traitor. Wait, how did I not collect it? I thought I collected it.
Did my collecting it make it go away?
You must have made it go away, yeah.
What business have you with the...
By the king, I never thought I would see you again, Vontu. After you departed for Walsto, Fastred's men dragged me here. I know he worries for the safety of his people and family, but surely he cannot believe that I would work against him. Fastred will not hear my words. Of this I am certain. You must warn him. Before I was sent here, I noticed trees outside Snowbourn being marked by the enemy. I fear they intend to attack Snowbourn directly, and soon. Go now.
We were sent to Walsto as a distraction.
Potentially. It's a good thing we came back just in time. Wah, 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 wah.
We are blessed with mighty good luck.
I know, plot armor and all that. This is the guy that I've assumed is the traitor.
The Rohirrim will need...
Ah, Vontu, it is good to see you again. As I was just telling the Reeve, I believe I've uncovered another spy near Snowbourn. I was walking near the south gate when I spotted a figure in the distance wearing a bold white hand on his garb. When I caught his eye, he fled with haste along the road. If you would, see if you can discover the trail along the road south. I know one such as yourself would be much better equipped to handle such a fellow were you to find him.
What brings
Of course, he would claim loyalty. What traitor would not? We shall see if his claim holds up true in time. I have heard rumblings of a coming conflict outside Snowbourn, but I'm unsure when the hammer will fall. I must make ready my own men before dealing with one so far removed from the favor of Rohan. I don't know that Gisling is not just sending us on a wild hunt for naught. I care for Snowbourn, and that is the sole reason I will even acknowledge his request. Search outside Snowbourn. If the enemy has been marking the trees near our weakest walls as he claims, we will be able to prepare for whatever may come. In the meantime, I will speak with the trader and see if he might grace us with more information. Again, I do not think Gisling is the traitor. If he is, that's a very, very, very deep cover. Of course, there's probably someone in chat that's just, oh boy, I know who the traitor is. You're in for a surprise. Or
It's us!
Or you're doing that.
Honestly, I don't remember. I've only done this stuff once. And it was years ago. And I can't say I was really good about reading the quests.
You not reading quests? That actually really surprises me. You're always good about reading quests.
As one thing that WoW does that LOTRO could do is if you enter combat, you can just click a skill to use that skill and dismount your horse.
That is a really nice ability that I really, really wish was here from WoW. That and also mounts being like account-wide rather than character-specific.
Well, WoW used to have the character-specific mount.
Yeah, and then they changed that, and it was fantastic.
Everyone's like, I only have to grind for each mount once.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I am rubber banding all over the place right now. There we go. Are we just killing him, cuz?
Because he's in the way.
Okay. I can get behind that.
We'd probably have aggroed him anyways.
Probably. I think I need to replant some of those, some of our pansies today.
Yep.
Because they just are not looking happy in the one pot they're in. I don't think they're getting enough sun.
Though we probably ought to wait till it cools down a bit.
Probably. But I want to see if I can salvage those pansies, if at all possible. Man, I could not stop yawning. We went to bed way too late last night.
Yep. Did you see the, there is no sign of any trail, but perhaps it lies ahead?
Continue along the... No? What are you talking about? Which quest?
Hidden in plain sight.
Continue along the road to the south of Snowbourn?
Yeah, they were on the same stage then.
Yeah, you found a banner of the White Hand and footprints leading towards the nearby crofts. You found no sign of the spy, but you hear rumblings from the barn to the north. I knew it. As you approach, a secret appears. It's truly a privilege to see you, Vontu. You see, the White Hand has a great interest in seeing the Easton net weakened. For your part, you have made my task quite difficult, but no matter, that shall be resolved soon enough. With you out of the way, that fool Reeve will do my work for me. He serves up the defenseless like sheep to the slaughter and imprisons an innocent, loyal fellow for little more than reason than the vaguest of suggestions. My note. Now, for the matter at hand. Yeah, I called it.
He was sketch.
Yeah, he was sus. Ugh, impossible! You had to meddle in affairs beyond your understanding, didn't you? We heard a scuffle from the road. What is this commotion? This man attacked you, and you have reason to believe he has been aiding our enemy? What have you to say for yourself, Sigeric? Nothing? Very well. Reeve Fastred will deal with you. And yet they let him keep his hammer. On your feet. Alright, where is this last blade?
Closer to town.
Okay. You know, I called it. I knew it was him.
You did.
I called it weeks ago. You know, before I got sick and you had food poisoning and I had a tournament and all that. Oh, you're on your warhorse. No wonder you're going faster than me.
I'm zipping along.
That was a fun tournament that I went to, though, a few weeks ago. Like a month ago at this point.
It was a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. And it was nice to come in second. So. That 'twas fun. That does remind me, though, I need to get Heath's birthday gift, since Aaron's not going to have the 3D printing done in time. Oh. You've come across a ragged old man on this cliff overlooking a waterfall south of Snowbourn. Surely he knows it is unwise to be outside with so many orcs about. Did you get that quest?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Where's this old man?
Did you get the blade?
Yeah, I got the blade. As you approach, you notice 2 orcs preparing to attack the crofter. Oh, is this Radagast? The stranger stares blankly at you. Considering the situation that has just occurred, he pauses a moment, mouths something silently, and then begins to speak. Thank you for your aid, stranger. Your assault was opportunely timed, I must say. Those orcs had truly taken me by surprise. I had come to visit a friend of mine, but sadly his home to the north appears to have been destroyed, and I have heard naught of him in some time now. You need not worry about me, stranger. The orcs will trouble me not on my journey home. Of this, I am sure.
And no, I don't think that's Radagast.
Who is this? Who do you think it is?
Saruman.
Oh, really?
Do you notice the glamoury effects?
Well, yeah, I figured that. Who do you think he was? Was he going to be meeting with the spy, do you think, or?
Sigaric's home was to the north of Snowbourn.
Ah, that's right.
And it was destroyed by orcs. He was the only one left.
Yep, that's true. Did they know to leave him tied up and alive, though?
Probably. So yeah, I think that is Saruman.
Entirely likely.
He walks here and there, they say. It's an old man, hooded and cloaked.
And everywhere his spies slip past our nets. Okay. That wretched man, Sigeric. I cannot believe that he blinded me so. Gisling has always been a faithful subject. I know not why I would have doubted him. You dealt with Sigeric in a most merciful manner, Vontu. He's fortunate that it was you and not I who discovered his deception. Now then, let us see what he has to say for himself. Is he coming up?
No, we gotta finish the other quest first.
So, his claim rings true. I will admit that he has done us a favor. Perhaps there is more to this than I suppose. Let us talk of other things. Sigeric will pay for his actions against Rohan, Vontu. Of this you can be certain. Let us travel to the prison and speak with him. I will meet you there. Okay.
Prison's over here.
That is right. You are correct. How silly of me. Sigarik, you thought you could deceive me so. Did I not? If it were not for your lapdog there, you would have known none the wiser. Hold your tongue, wretch, or I shall pull it from you. Vontu, come here. Hey, Dill. I am here. Can I... have you more to say?
Oh, is he telling
Thank
you...
you, Fastrid, for righting this wrong.
So basically he said, before we do anything else, let's right the wrong and free Gisling.
Yeah, he didn't say anything to me.
And I probably interrupted it.
Yeah, well, it just says meet Fastrid in the prison of Snowbourn. And thank you, Vontu. Please, come speak to me outside when you can. Yeah, I'm not... It's all good, bro. Don't worry about it. It's not moving the quest forward for me any.
Interesting. Maybe step outside and then step back in.
Yeah, I think I have to.
And I won't step in, and hopefully it won't interrupt anything.
Nope. Okay, no, Sigarik, you thought, how could you see me so? Blah, blah. I shall pull it from you. Found two. Come here. Okay. Before all else, I will right the wrong that was done here. Gisling, you are free. For your imprisonment, I am deeply sorry. You will always find Snowbourn a home, and anything you desire will be yours. Vontu will let you out of your cell. Then we will deal with this wretch. Gisling looks as if he wishes to say something to Fastrid, but he remains silent. Okay, so I need to go talk to Gisling now? I don't get to see what happens to Sigarik?
Yeah, we gotta go outside now.
Our week was alright, Dill. It just, you know, by and large, more of the same. Work is picking up a new level of stress, but that's because... because my boss compartmentalizes stuff and has a very hard time delegating, and he's finally learning to delegate, and we're fixing the mess of not delegating. So, that's just the simplest, most professional way to put it. Am I right with that, hon?
Is what it is. It's the weekend right now.
This was the first time I'd ever gotten to the end of Friday and be like, you know what? This is a Monday Nate problem. I am not dealing with this right now. I can't. I have no mental capacity to handle this anymore. Thank you for everything, Vontu. Fastrid's wrath is a very dangerous thing, but his heart is in the right place. I say this, even with all that I have been through these past days. Let us now deal with Sigarik. Such a fool cannot be allowed to go without punishment. I thank you again for my freedom. I respect Fastrid still, even after this wronging. Vontu, head back to the prison of Snowbourn. Let Sigarik rest from his ordeal. The time to question him is now. He might resist, but the time to hesitate is over. Do whatever is necessary to make him talk. Rohan will not fall because we were too frightened to take the proper action. Yeah, basically, Dill, the way to put it is just that there's something that he has been saying is lagging behind and is about to blow up in our face as a project that he's been putting the blame on one person for, and he put me in charge of the project now, and to kind of, you know, unroadblock it and salvage what we could. And then we finally are realizing, oh, you know, like he's finally starting to tell us all the things that are wrong, and we're realizing just how deeper this project is and how it's not entirely this person's fault. And it's just, it's a lot of unwinding and figuring out. That's going to take up basically the majority of my next week. So, but better too much work than none. So, Sigarik does not seem willing to talk. Well, someone call the Spanish Inquisition, because no one expects them. Sigarik smirks slightly, but remains silent. Do you honestly believe that I have anything to fear? It is not as if I shall be sent to stand guard. All I have to do is wait. Snowbourn will lie in ashes, the fool Reeve and his filthy kin will be no more, and the rest of the East Indent will fall with them. So I urge you, tell them. Tell that man I have shared this prison with, tell the Reeve it will not matter. But yeah, other than that, week's been fine. I mean, as you can probably see, we've been streaming a lot of V Rising lately because we're just having just no shortage of fun with that. Because it's just a fantastically done game. But yeah, I mean, overall, life's just kind of gone on one day at a time. So yeah, if you look at the page, we've got videos from Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for V Rising up there. So
There's more than just LOTRO streams on the Twitch page.
yeah, we've started streaming more than just one day a week again. Because as much as I love Ark, I can't get back into streaming it because I just can't get back into it lately. I've 3,000 hours into that game and I'm finally burnt out. Alright. That arrogant fool, he would see all the Riddermark burn for his own ends? Fastard must be told of this immediately. This great attack could come at any time, Bantu, yet even now the orcs lurk outside the walls. If we can thin their numbers before the attack, we may stand yet a better chance of defeating this force. Hunt the orcs outside Snowbourn and take their weapons. We cannot allow any other orc to take up the arms of the fallen. We will starve them of resources one by one. Yeah, I don't know if it necessarily be your type of game, Dill. I know survival crafting isn't exactly something that super interests you, but it's more than just that. Because it's, you know, it's also kind of semi-RPG-ish, because you're playing the role of a vampire that's come back from the dead and reclaiming the world, and so you've got all these bosses and whatnot that you're fighting, and we've been playing it with a couple of other friends and just having an absolute blast. I highly recommend the game. It is fantastic for like a $20 early access purchase. So for us, we've been streaming at about 7 to 8, usually starting around in that range. I'm not sure what that would be for you out in Greece.
It's 7 p.m. for us.
Yeah. I want to say, just based on your location and what I know about European time zones from work,
I think that's middle of the night.
that's going to be early morning, because I want to say that would be like 9 hours ahead of us or so. So, at least, because I know London is 7 hours ahead of us, and we're talking going further east from there, and so yeah, I was gonna say it would probably be about 3. So. So that wretch had more to say, eh? He was wise to silence himself in my presence. Such a traitor to my people will never taste freedom again. Come then, what had he to say? Yeah, so I knew it was like 8 or 9 hours ahead of us is what you were. Just like I said, because I talk to European developers pretty frequently. So... Sigaric, even the name disgusts me. Does he truly think himself so untouchable? I will correct that mind of his in my own due time. In the meantime, I want the people of Snowbourn prepared for battle. We know not the force we face and must make ready for anything. Gather arms and armor from the blacksmith and about Snowbourn. Outfit the people and then return to me. We must have everyone involved. We cannot risk defeat. Not here at the edge of the Westernnet. You've been a great help thus far, Vantu. If you would, I require your aid in handing out rations to the people of Snowbourn. Food has become scarce since you left for Walstow, and the people have been getting restless. There is a cart of food in Snowbourn. Keep an eye on it, then distribute the food to people once you have established some sort of order. Thank you for your assistance. I will continue to make ready our battle plan. Welcome new people to the stream. Thank you so much for being here with us on this fine Saturday. Feel free to chime in on chat. We are always happy to see new people here, and just to keep the conversation going. But yeah, anyway, Dill, so chances are you probably would not be able to make it to the late night streams, but you can obviously always catch the replay either here on Twitch or on our YouTube channel where we post all the streams. So. No, we're only playing on a private server, so it's just friends of ours that we have in real life that we've streamed with before. So you shoot off the other people before I could shoo them off myself.
They will come back.
But still, it's been like I said, for an early access game, it's it's worth every penny. No, we've not actually picked up anyone new from Twitch. We've not had anyone show up to the streams from Twitch for it, sadly. But it's still pretty popular right now, so we're fairly low on the ranking in terms of getting any sort of visibility for it. So I'm not complaining. We're playing it for fun. Twitch for us has always just been about, having fun, playing games together, and getting to know people. And where the frick did you go?
I was in the kitchen. Come back. That's not the kitchen.
I thought this was the kitchen. So, apparently not. So, yeah, like we're... As nice as it would be to gain more of a following on Twitch, it's... Yeah, we're doing this for fun. So if we get seen and we make new friends on it, great. If not, we're playing to have fun. That's it. That's really all we care about. Well, when it comes to our streams, yes, that is about the long and short of it. As you well know, over the year you've been watching this.
Ooh, should we play like hide and zone, or hide and seek? Pick a zone and somebody hides and the other person has to find them.
No.
Our mission is dire.
Oh, that's thanks, Mary. Yeah, feel free to check the VODs whenever. If you watch or not, we're fine either way. Like I said, we do this for fun. So you do not have to be so abrupt before, but you have my thanks. I know not why Fastard has moved to establish such a strict order within Snowbourn. People continue to pour in, but he allows none of us to travel to the west where resources might be more abundant. Fastard has proven himself a worthy leader, but I'm uncertain what the future holds for the Sookcrofts. This game is as big as the state of North Carolina. I am not playing hide and seek in it.
No, we just pick
What
one
brings you to
zone.
these lands?
I'm not
Or like
playing
one city.
City, maybe. Zone, no, because we have a zone as big as the state of Connecticut. Thank you, Vontu. The crowds grow day after day. The Sookcrofts still provide a wealth of food for our people, but with more people coming here each day, I worry that we cannot sustain this. Fastard is a bold leader, but we must allow the people to journey west. We cannot support ourselves at the last sanctuary, the Eastamnet. Not for long, anyway.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Oh, thank you so much. Reeve Fastard has been a more stern leader than Reeve Dagrid, but I fear that this change has not been for the good of the people. My family and I have fallen on hard times, especially now that Snowbourn grows more crowded with people fleeing the Eastamnet. Thank you again, Vontu.
Ooh, what about when we get to Minas Tirith? Can we do hide and seek there?
I will consider it when I see Minas Tirith. I am inclined to say no, but for the sake of just being nice, I will keep the option open.
That city's so big.
Yeah, that's why I'm inclined to say no. Because I have learned through harsh life experience, never agree to something until you know the exact details. Is there anything here in the barracks?
Yeah, come inside the barracks. There's lots of stuff to pick up.
Lag and seek. Yeah, that sounds more that sounds more in line with what I would expect for the city the size of Minas Tirith, given how we lag out in Bree.
All right, we'll do Dol Amroth.
Again, I am going to say I will make a call on that when we get there. I am not going to commit to that without having seen the size of it. Can you go to Barad-dûr in the game? Is that available?
To go where?
Barad-dûr?
What's left of it?
Is that a raid?
There's a raid in the basement.
What's in the basement?
A raid?
What consists of the raid? What are you raiding? What are you fighting?
I didn't go through the door. I was a single player at the same level. I wasn't gonna go and be like, oh, try this raid.
And it's still too current content to probably go back and do on our own.
I mean, by the time we get there, it might not be.
Yeah, we'll see.
Arch, it's itty bitty. And there's like no interior locations.
I'll take your word for it. The Abyss of Mordat. Really? So what's the lore? What's the plot behind the raid though? Buried door has already fallen. Why the heck is there a dragon in the basement? Like I'm not trying to sound snide or anything when I ask that. I just don't know. I'm trying to figure out what the lore would be.
Did you pass out all the stuff?
Mm-hmm. It says talk to Fastred, and I need to go talk to Gisling as well.
We also need to go kill orcs.
That's true, but we can do that in a minute. They are outfitted then. Good. We will need every able-bodied warrior we can spare for the coming conflict. I know not when it will fall, but Snowbourn will be prepared. Is this going to be another siege or whatever?
Skirmish? I don't think so.
Yeah. That's the word I was
I
going
might be wrong, but I don't think so.
Okay.
I seem to recall an instance, but...
Ah, healing. The most undervalued and underrated stuff there is to do in a raid. Everyone always forgets about the healers. Tanks get all the glory.
It's actually funny because the WoW Twitter account put out a poll where they're like, what's the most underrated spec? And all three options were tank.
Really?
Yes.
That's funny because, like, I remember back when I was playing WoW, you know, when it, like, the first time around. You know, I re-rolled from just a ranged DPS as a hunter to the feral, the feral tank for a guild, and it was like all of a sudden people noticed me. And it was like, oh, look, someone who actually matters in the guild now. And so, like, I actually felt like I had I felt like I was cool. But then when I played Swoter and went from a tank to a healer, they were just like, I was only cool with the healers. So...
Are healers like the theater nerds of MMOs?
Kinda. We all kind of stick together. Like, I just found I enjoy healing in those instances way more than I do DPS or tanking.
Alright, I finished. Are you done?
Yeah. I am indeedly. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, there's definitely a need for tanks. Like, there always will be. But, I don't know. Like, I feel like healers just... I don't know. It's like... They're almost invisible to a degree. We're not cared about as much as we should be. And then if everything falls apart, it's always the healer's fault, unless it's so blatantly obvious someone else's. You did well in maintaining order. I'm sure Fastred's guards were pleased that they could keep at watch instead of performing such a task. The concerns of those people are real, though I worry that Snowbourn will not be able to support such a wealth of people for much longer. Nevertheless, well done. Yeah, I imagine it's very much the... Hashtag always blame the healer. Accurate. Yeah, I imagine the idea of a dragon being taunted by a hobbit is pretty entertaining to think of. Well done. I know not how many more orcs will fall upon Snowbourn, but you have slain a great many, and for that I thank you.
Let's go back to Fastred and see if he has something. Hey, that person's horsed.
Of course, of course. Fear is weak. Oh no, that's not it. Vontu, one of my men just reported seeing a rider of Walstow approaching in the distance. He was being chased by orcs and doubled back to fight them off. We have not seen a sign of the rider since. Get down there as quickly as you are able and see if you can find him outside town. Aid him if you can.
We will save him.
You're not my real mom. You can't tell me what to do.
I don't think you have a real mom in this game.
Well, you're allowed to think what you want.
I mean, technically you'd have something, but, like, there's no canonical, this is the player's mother.
There is in Pokemon.
We're not playing Pokemon. We're playing Lord of the Rings, and we're playing Elves. Which means that our mom is, like, a bajillion years old and just, like, hanging out somewhere else.
I mean, if you say so. Snowbourn is a big town.
I picked the wrong road.
Is what is.
Jump.
In real life, I would have been swept over the edge just there. You know what we should do this summer at some point?
Go swimming?
Yes, but that's tied in with what I was about to suggest. Go whitewater rafting. Have you ever done that?
Nope, never done it.
Oh, it's so much fun.
I didn't grow up in a place where there was white water.
True, fair enough. But it is so much fun. I could bring it up when we're playing Among Us later tonight with people that would want to go. Okay, so I saw a felled horse.
Oh, here's the horse. And rider.
Oh, he be dead. The man suffered numerous blade wounds, but more curiously, harsh burns also mar his armor.
Aw, look at this poor horsey.
He fought bravely. But alas, 'twas not enough.
He was almost to his goal.
Yeah, it is what it is. Stuff happens.
Especially in times of war.
Yep. Especially in times of war. This bodes ill for Wallstovantu. It is likely they are under attack as we speak. We can spare not the men to take the fight there, especially if the orcs may turn on us so readily. We must decide to do what to do, and with haste. I'm guessing it's send us there. The tidings you bring are most ill-timed, Vantu. Fastred's son has been taken. We know not by whom, as Sigurd still sits in prison, but Fastred is consumed with rage like I have never seen him. To come between a father and son, that is truly unwise. I would not try to speak with him, but if you insist, I will not stop you. Well, and his son's just a baby.
His house is over here.
Oh, I thought we were going in here.
Oh,
Whoops.
he's in his house.
Ew.
Where his boy should be.
My bad. My son! My only son taken from under my nose! Elfled claims she had left for but a moment, and upon her return, Folkred was gone. Fool guards, can I trust no one? He will not be hidden from me, and when I discover who has taken him, I will make them regret the moment they stepped into Rohan. I have no desire to speak with you. Get out of my sight!
I think he has some anger.
Oh, it's like the Lindbergh baby.
Yeah.
What business have
This
you?
bodes ill for us, Vontu. Fastard is not himself, and our enemies beat at our door. We must aid Walstow before it is too late.
The Rohirrim have need of your
Fastard's
services.
grief has consumed him, yet a rider of Walstow lays dead off the road near Snowbourn from what you have said. I feel for him, I truly do, but he risks the lives of all his people by forgetting what foes come for us. Walstow is in grave danger. The fallen rider tells me that much. We cannot wait for Fastard to act. You must ride to Walstow and aid Winsig and her folk. Walstow is in great peril. Have you made ready to ride? Ow. At least we got, 2/3 of the stream in before we ended up having to disband, do a solo quest.
Well, I think we're getting to the climactic end of the story.
Sensing weakness in the humble crofting settlement of Walstow, the orcs of Mordor have poured forth from the east wall in hopes of claiming part of the Sutcrofts for their dark master.
Our message was received. Thank goodness someone has come. We have no time to waste. We must now move or risk losing all to the orcs. I cannot believe you have made it here, Vontu. The orcs have spilled forth from the east wall and seek to raise Walstow. We must move with haste. Don't worry, Jingles and I will save you. Okay,
Jingles.
I will save you.
Jingles doesn't do any fighting.
I know, that's why I said I will save you after I dismounted.
What if they gave us war goats?
Oh, that would be incredible. I would pay real-life money for a war goat.
To make it look like Jingle?
Or a battle pig, even. And I would name him Snossage. What?
The snozberries taste like snozberries.
What?
That's from the Willy Wonka. But why would you name him Snossage?
Why not?
But where did that come from? It's a great name, but where did it come from?
Because... have you not heard of Snossages? Look, Vontu, the stable's burned. Quickly, we must protect our steeds. Or maybe just name him Crispy.
Crispy bacon.
Yep. Or Kevin. I could name him Kevin.
But what if he's a goat? What would you name if he's a goat?
Oh, I don't know about witty goat names. But, Kevin, then the pig would be Bacon. See? See? Yeah, you know all my pig puns from Ark.
Yep.
From when I was breeding those pigs like crazy on Ragnarok. In my breeding facility that was so big it had its own weather system. Can you believe that was like 5 years ago?
That was nuts.
Yeah, because that was like shortly after we were first married, wasn't it?
I don't remember specifically.
I'm pretty sure it was like shortly after. Yeah, because everyone was playing, or like Rachel started playing Ragnarok at our Friendsgiving that we did,
true.
and that was our first that was our first Thanksgiving after we got married. The last of the orcs falls. You notice black clouds of smoke rise through the air near the mead hall. The fires grow by the mead hall. My men require aid. Yeah, so we were playing it by that point. So make haste. We must cross the bridge and reunite with my fellows. Out of my way, orc. Wilstow will not burn while I draw breath. Oh, he is named. Yeah, then Aberration came out. Or, no, Aberration came out after we were done with Ragnarok, right?
I think so.
Yeah, because we'd still gone to Ragnarok every so often, but I remember we were doing Aberration pretty heavily, and then we all kind of dropped off. And then Extinction came out the day of midterms 2018, because I remember sitting there waiting for it to land, and it landed right before I had to go in that night for work to cover the midterms. Time and time again, Vontu, your aid has proven invaluable to me and my people. The orcs cannot be allowed any more footholds in the Sutcrofts. To this day, I still mourn Hypbold. That is a matter for another time, though. In the wake of such destruction, I must tend to my people. Let us speak more of this attack in a moment. For now, I must ensure my people are safe. And then we did a lot of Extinction, because Extinction was awesome. That was probably one of my, like, favorite arc maps, because I freaking loved
Will
Extinction.
you aid the Horse Lords?
You fought well, Vontu. The orcs fell upon us with such fervor, but their retreat fills me with grave concern. One of their strongest was slain. Aye, but the advantage was still theirs. I must ponder this for a moment.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
Thank you. I have weighed this situation, Vontu, and I believe that we are far from safe. The man that you encountered, the one with great power that stalks our lands, surely there is something greater at work here. Walstow could not stand against a force so large. Even with your aid, I believe the orcs intend to cripple us before turning their gaze to the true target, Snowbourn. Fostred knows not what horrors come for him and his people. That force is innumerable, and if this man is as powerful as you say, the Sookcrofts may fall at the hands of Mordor. Quickly, let us ride to Snowbourn. We cannot allow such an enemy to run rampant through our lands. We must make a stand, or risk losing all. Let us ride for Snowbourn. Every passing moment could bring the Sookcrofts closer to ruin. Oh, look at that. A solo quest again.
Wow, sure glad we were partied up for that.
I know, right?
Amid the disappearance of Fastred's son and the siege of Wolster,
Ah, here we go.
the terrible sorcerer of Mordor, Krumgar, leads a vast force of orcs in a ploy to bring Snowbourn and the entirety of the Eastmanlet to ruin.
We have made it, Vontu, but I fear we have come too late. I must find Fastred at once. Would you be willing to fend off the orcs as I push through the front line? I'll meet up with you deeper in Snowbourn once I find him. On your mark, I will start my charge. Alright, let's do this, Dan. We've been building up to it this whole time. Did you just want to go through this whole siege? Is that what we've done to every town here? Did you?
Well, we've just been doing all the story. Because there's a story that's been
I
being
know,
told.
but a lot of the time we've just kind of passed the story in other areas.
We've been doing most all of Rohan.
True. Or at least a lot of Rohan. I wasn't sure if this is what you... If like, you wanted to go through this entire thing. And that's why we did everything here. I'm not complaining. I think
I mean, we might skate over some of Wildermore, because it's not as story.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
What luck, Vontu? I expected not to see you. What luck? I expected not to see you again, Vontu. The orcs are relentless, and I fear they shall soon overwhelm us. When you departed for Walstow, I sent word to my father in Garsfeld. I can only hope my message was received. If he has made it here, he would be near the North Gate. I must hold this location, but please seek out my father. More orcs have breached the East Gate. Okay, there we go. Quickly, we must put an end to them. I'm feeling like I titled this thing, like, this stream, totally wrong. It should have been like the Siege of Snowbourn or whatever. As the last orc is felled, Gisling implores you to seek his father near the North Gate. Go now, seek out my father near the North Gate. I shall protect my people here. Okay. Heading to the North Gate, boss. Where's that? Okay, that's the North Gate, I think. Or not? Okay, I'm confused.
There's a path.
Well, yeah, I see the path. I just don't know. Where's the North Gate?
Did you find it?
No. I don't see a ring on the map. I mean, I can go... I can head in the north direction, but... I don't know where I'm going!
Open up your map, head towards the gate that's at the north end of town.
I did! I did! And it was barricaded off.
You have to not go the main road. Go north of the main road. Follow the line of enemies, basically.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'm just riding from one part to the next. I'm not fighting my way anywhere. Oh.
You might have to.
Oh, I'm fighting at the North Gate. But that's a lot of people I just dragged in. Good thing I, you know, reasonably outlevel them. Huh. That was a lot of orcs.
Thank you.
Ah, it is good to see you. My men and I were ambushed as we approached Snowbourn, and I fear I am at the last standing among us. That's sus. I come to aid when Gisling warned me of the impending attack on Walstow. I hope that girl brought the might of my people down on those monsters. Fastard is somewhere among all this chaos, but I have seen him not. He must be found. The man may be brash, but I fear for his family, and more importantly, the Sootcrofts. Let us search near the mead hall. Perhaps he has set up his defenses there. Fastard must be near the mead hall. Let us try to reach him. Well, okay. I hear them coming for me again. I might let these wretches taste our might. Are you coming to the meat hall with me? No? Okay. Well, you stay there. You do your thing. I'll go protect the town. Oh. Father, Fastard awaits us by the mead hall. We must aid him. Very well, my son. My wounds bite at me, but let us press on. Okay. Oh, here you come. There must have been more dialogue. Oh well, whatevs. Whatevs. As you approach the mead hall, Fastard emerges, his face contorted in rage. What madness is this? These fiends think us so weak that they strike us in Snowbourn? I have slain many orcs this day, and many more will fall before it ends. My own home was invaded by that scum, and I sent Elflad to the safety in the barracks once I slew the orcs to their last. I will slay as many as I must to see my son return to my care, if I should find his abductor. I will split them from head to toe. What darkness comes to Snowbourn now? As Fastard speaks, the sky darkens, and a wave of dread passes over you. Oh boy. Yep, there's the dread. Do you see it yet, Fastred? Do you and your pitiful fellows understand? Fight as you may, we shall strangle every last bit of hope that remains in these lands. I have heard enough from you. Oh, but you have not. Come hither, Fastrad. I have something you might want to see. Perhaps I can stay my blade long enough to see what it is you have to show. See what I hold in my hand, Fastrad? Do you recognize the make? One of my orcs tore it from your son. Fulcrid, was it? No, my son. I warned you of this, Fastrad. Crumgin produces a shredded piece of Fulcrid's clothing and Fastrad is overcome. Yet you were too brash to heed my words. Now then, watch as your failure to act dooms your fellows as well. What? You clearly don't know who you're messing with here. I am the melee rune keeper. Perhaps you've heard of me. Fastred! Allow not this man to fill your mind with lies. Fulcrid is safe. Your mother fled with him across the Entwade. Please, I only did this out of love to protect our child from the horrors such as these. Silence, woman. You come into my lands. You threaten my people. You burn our crops to the ground. And now you threaten me with the death of my only son. I fear neither you nor your master. We shall see about that. Ooh. This heated up pretty good.
Getting intense.
Ooh, ow, he's actually hurting.
Do some healing.
I am doing some healing. Ah! No, I died!
What happens then?
I don't know. Retreat.
Can you revive?
Well, no, I had to retreat.
No, go back inside. Talk to Winsig. She'll get you back in. You might get in fast enough that the combat's still going on.
I mean, he wasn't close to dead.
What does the quest say? Does it say defeat?
Still, yeah, it still says defeat Krumgum.
Alright, get over there as fast as you can.
Oh, I am. Why do we hear Cougar?
I don't know.
Can I... Great. The main roads have to be blocked. The easy ways have to be inaccessible.
Well, go to the north gate and then go down again.
Oh! Talk to Fastred. They must have just beaten him.
Cool.
I'm guessing I missed whatever dialogue he might have had. Well, that is my bad. Sorry.
I believe he said stuff like, no!
Probably something along the lines of, you underestimate my master, will come for you, etc., blah blah blah. Oh. I once again dragged a whole pile of orcs onto me.
What luck?
That wretch will not threaten the lives of those for whom I care most dearly ever again. His foul sorcery was no match for the might of Rohan and the valor of my people. The Sukhrofs will stand strong as we always have. I wish to spend time with my son now that I know he is safe. Such fear can never consume me again. He will be kept safe from harm. Come, let us rest from such an ordeal. Once you are ready, I believe Gisel wishes to speak with you. But for now, we shall take our leave. Wow, there's been a lot that we've done today.
Making progress.
It's dumb that we couldn't do that together. That totally seems like something we should have been able to do in a fellowship.
They probably haven't balanced it for more than one person.
Probably. The day is won, Vontu. The Reeve has found his strength once more, and I now believe that he can truly begin to lead as Dagrid would have wanted. Fastred has taken his leave for the moment, but in the wake of such a victory for Rohan, there is much to talk of. For now, rest. You have brought peace to the Sukhrofs, and peace, even for a moment, is all we can ask. You have the thanks of us all. The battle is won, Vontu. It was good to see you again, and I am so grateful for what you have done, for not only the Sukhrofs, but for my son as well. The others wish to speak with you. Please talk to them when you find a moment.
I have a moment right now.
Yeah, I know, right? I suppose our time together has come to an end, at least for now. I hope that we can fight alongside each other again one day. You have my thanks and my father's. May your spirit never waver as your journey presses ever onwards. What does Sigaric have to say? That's what I want to know.
Probably not
Our
much.
mission is dire.
Vontu, you saved Walstow in more ways than I can even count. You will always be welcome in the Sootcrofts. You fight with a valor unlike anything I have ever witnessed. We have been truly fortunate to fight at your side.
You did very well.
I have said my piece to this place, Vontu. I will return to Gosfield and keep it from the enemy as long as I can. In the meantime, Bastard wishes to speak with you. The Reeve has cooled his temper and seems more himself than I have seen him in recent times. Alright, just out of curiosity.
You gonna go in there and see if he has anything
I
to
want
say?
to go in there and see if he has anything to say. Or if he's even still here. He is indeed still here. But it does not appear that he has anything to say.
Not interactable.
Nope. Just still leaning on the door frame. That was kind of an intense fight.
Just a bit.
I am sorry for the way that I treated you before the battles began, Vontu. I hope you can forgive my behavior, for you are a hero of Rohan, and if you would allow it, I would like to take the time to honor you among my people. You have done a great many things for the people of the Sootcrofts, Vontu. I wish to reward your tenacity with a symbol of our appreciation. On the table, there is a pendant of the Sootcrofts. Take it, for you have earned it most thoroughly. I see no pendant. You looted it. You ninja'd it.
I'm a ninja.
You are a ninja. Ooh, but I do see ribs. Oh, ribs.
And whole chickens.
Yep.
And
Is this
bread.
how they eat every night? Treasure that as a reminder of all you have done for the people of the Sootcrofts. We must rebuild in the wake of this attack, but rest assured our strength will never waver and no orc will ever claim these lands again. Glory for Rohan. May your courage never falter. Okay, I can take a cloak. Alright, well, do we move on to book 10?
Yep, looks like time to go to Wildermore.
Cool, alright.
Well, we gotta go to Harwick first.
Alright, let's do it. Oh, look at Drifter, let's kill him.
You're the drifter.
You need to see that movie. It's like one of my favorite quotes ever.
You do like using it.
Worsteed?
No, we're gonna take the stable.
Oh, we can take the stable?
Gonna take a taxi.
To where?
Harwick, if it lets us go that far. But just about any closer town is closer than... We're about as far away from Harwick as we can be and still be in the same expansion.
Oh, really? Well, okay then. You know all this stuff better than I do, so...
Oh yeah, we can go to Harwick.
Cool.
Our mission is dire.
Yep, Harwick, swift travel. There we go. And that's the town we need to be going to? Oh yeah, Harwick. There we go. Cool.
I mean, Harwick is where we got our war steed.
Really? It's been so long I've forgotten the name of the town.
That's the town where we had to stealth around the guards for a little while.
Yeah, I remember now. Because the other town, you know, got razed, and like the thing got killed and whatnot, and his kid was all like, "Wow, boo-hoo, my dad's dead."
I mean, understandable for a child.
Yes, hun, that was the joke. Yes, any word from Fastred?
From Fastred. So far away.
So far away and comfortable. Harding snorts when you tell him Fastred has sent for the four of you to aid him in investigating Wildemore. Then go away. I appreciate your help, of course, Vontu, but if Fastred thinks you are his to send, he is mistaken. This does not satisfy his obligation. I am Aldor of the North March. If my lands are threatened, all our lands are endangered. We have heard naught from Wildemore for many days now. That last party to travel that road consisted of several brave men. Widfara, a rider of some repute, and my own son Leodwig. He would have returned if no others did. His courage is not what I would wish, but he too remains missing. Learn what has befallen my men and what evil has taken hold of Wildemore. That land is too near to Harwick for any of us to rest easy.
We must stand by while the minions of Orthunk.
You can finish the other quest he's
I was
got.
going to say, well met again, Vontu. Thank you for coming to me at this strange time. I am concerned for my northern domain, the land of Wildemore. The trade routes there have never been so quiet before. Many who venture there have not returned. Will you investigate for me? I hear rumors, but they sound more like old wives' tales to me. Nonetheless, something is surely amiss. Sure. Okay, where are you headed? I don't see you on the mini-map.
I'm back on the stairs for the meat hall.
Ah. Yeah, you're not showing up on the mini-map for some reason.
Did you just... Oh, no, you didn't go to meat hall with somebody else.
Oh, okay. A road runs into Wildemore, as we knew it must. See on the map where it leads. Completing this quest will unlock an optional interlude from Glaywin's map. Oh, I must select one of these rewards. We can go with the gloves.
I was born in Wildemore. I am eager to see it again.
Harding's interest in the state of Wildemore is not surprising, for he is Aldor of the North March. It falls within his command, and if something has happened to its people, it is his duty to know. My interest in Wildemore is more personal than that, Vontu. I was born in the town of Dunfast, a small village in the forest of the Whiteshaws. As a young boy, I must have climbed to the top of every sturdy tree within a mile of the village. The view from the heights is well known to me and much beloved. Green fields and sunny hillsides, the crystal blue waters of the Isingmore, the bounty of well-tilled farm fields. You could see little enough... Gosh dang it. You could see little enough of that from my map, Vontu, but the words and symbols stir my heart and make me think of home. Speak to Horn for more practical guidance and discuss our next step. I tread too easily upon steps of memory, as minstrels are wont to do. Do we want to do his map?
Talk to Horn, at least, first.
I don't seem to have gotten his map.
To
Okay, whatever.
investigate the disappearance of Harding's men.
This then is our quest, to investigate the disappearance of Harding's men, the ones he sent into Wildemore. He gave us the names of two, Wildfara, a rider of no small skill, and Leodwig, Harding's own son. Horn traces out a course on Glaywin's map. We will ride north out of Hartwick and follow the road through the wold until it turns west. That turning will bring us into Wildemore. This area here, do you see it? The land is called Rithen Downs, and the first settlement we should investigate is this one here, Sicklefig, located at its northern bounds. What do you think of this course? I am ready to take it if you are, Vontu. Sure.
I will see you again when we reach Silfig.
Silfig, that's how you pronounce it. Okay. Alright. Where to next?
We're going to Skilfig.
No, yeah, but how?
On a horse?
Can we fast travel there or not?
We haven't discovered it.
So no.
The journey is just as important as the destination.
Oh, I beg to differ. I have 4 points available for my war steed? Frick. How did that happen?
I don't know.
Well, okay then. So how far is Sylphig?
Well, when we've passed the Shire, we'll know we're halfway there.
Okay, in all seriousness.
Not crazy far. We're going to take a left turn up on the road not too long from now and then go up into the mountains.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And it's a good thing at least that these war steeds go very speedy fast.
Yup. Because it would be very slow otherwise.
We're now in Wildermore.
And it's snowing.
We're going up high in the mountains.
So it's snowing.
They figured we'd seen enough of rolling plains.
I mean, you don't really think mountains when you think Rohan.
But they are right on the edge of them.
Yep.
Don't
We're
shoot
apparently
me.
making friends. Aren't we lucky?
I reject his friendship.
How could you? Ah! Going too fast. Going too fast. Ferrari on ice.
Bye!
I was lagging to the point where I couldn't slow down.
Should talk to the stable master over here.
That's what I'm trying to do. You know what? F at this mount.
Of what is happening
Okay.
to these lands.
Why, look, it's one of the dudes.
Yes, I'm Woodfara, and I am a rider of Hardings, Aldor of the North March. I am in this land at his request, but have fallen prey to some difficulties and could not yet make my return. Woodfara laughs sourly and gingerly rubs his wounded leg. This land is besieged, stranger. If you have not heard yet of the terrible apparition called Nurzum, you soon will. All of Wildemore trembles at his name, and they are not wrong to fear him. He slew my horse, Windfoot, and no one will give me a new one with which to return to Hardwick. Gosh dang it, stop scrolling out. It does not matter with my leg in the state. There is little we can hope to do against Nurzum, stranger, but other foes in the Rythen Downs are less imposing. If you explore this land and fight the mounted foes near the White Hand camp in the southeast, explore the haunted fishing village to the northwest, and keep them away from the Thirm Redbeard's training camp to the east, I will tell you more of this terrible foe. You know, this is just a few small things, you know.
Hey, look at Corridon's winter outfit.
Yeah, he's got a fur-skin shawl
And mittens.
and mittens.
Somehow he fires a bow with mittens.
They must be very thin, or they're woven by elves so that they can be thick and warm, but you still feel as though your fingers are completely exposed.
Or he's just that good. He could wear, like, a plastic bag on his head and still just be the best archer you've ever known.
Could be that too. Okay.
Slide! I have not broken your leg once today.
No, the only time I broke my leg was by my own making. Okay, so what are we doing?
I'm just kind of wandering in the direction of where we need to be going.
It's been a while since we've seen bar guests.
It's a haunted land.
Oh, I can hear the ice cracking under my feet.
That is a cool detail.
Yeah. You ever been out on ice, like on a lake that's frozen?
Nope.
It is trippy. I was not a fan of the one time I've been ice fishing. Like, at all. It was a miserable experience.
Was that because of the ice or the fishing?
I enjoy fishing, you know that.
I know. So I'm guessing the ice, but I was making sure.
Well, okay, so I actually didn't really even get to do much fishing. Like, it was a Boy Scout thing, but there were only so many lines and rods, and because I was not really liked when I was a kid, I didn't really get to have one. I just kind of got edged out and marginalized as usual. And then I ended up sharing a tent with a kid that was like 2 years older than me, who was freaking out constantly about the ice underneath us. Because we were, we pitched our tent on the ice. And then about 2:30 in the morning, he starts freaking out. He's just like, we have to get off. I can hear the ice cracking. And I'm just like, it's just shifting. We're fine. And so he was near the point of like hysterics. I'm like, fine, we can move the tent. And because there was like this little like rock outcropping near us. And so I get out and I'm like, are you gonna help me? He's like, no, I'm just gonna go to the outcrop. And then he just runs over there. So I have to drag the tent by myself over to this little outcrop, get it all situated because he refuses to help, and then try to get sleep. And then the next morning he tried to play it off that I was the one that was scared. I'm like, dude, don't even try. Don't. You were the one that was like freaking out, 2:30 this morning. It's like one of the few times I really stood up for myself when I was a kid, but it was like,
what is happening to
yeah.
these lands?
Yeah. It was a miserable experience. I've never wanted to go since then. And it was just cold, as you could probably expect.
Ice is cold.
Yeah. Harding sent you, did he? He is right to be concerned. I am Thrym Redbeard, the leader of these men and the protector of Wildemore. I will accept your help if you are here to offer it. Things are not right in our lands. The snow, you see. Well, Wildemore has been a great green place until lately.
I do not know if we will survive this onslaught.
Wildemore has always been a green land with mild winters. We have never encountered snows such as these as long as I can remember. I must prepare these men for battle against orcs, for they have crept in with the cold. But if you are offering your aid, you may investigate the effects of the weather on our land. It cannot be coincidence that the orcs and cold have arrived together.
I am afraid.
Keep your eyes peeled while you're out, stranger. These are troubling times. Many things grow and live in Wildemore. Besides its people, beneath the notice of orcs and men. I do not have time to roam the lands, for my sword is needed more than my eyes. Well, do you want to potentially kind of just wrap it up here?
We could if you want.
I mean, this seems like a good natural kind of stopping point. Next episode could be the snows of Wildemore.
Yeah, could be. You can find out who Nerzoom is.
That could work too. Yeah, so we'll probably wrap it up here because we're just about when we would normally wrap up anyway. But thank you all so much for being part of the stream. Cyber, thank you so much for the follow. And yeah, we'll be here next Saturday with more LOTRO. And we'll be here Monday, Wednesday, Friday with more V Rising. So until next time, I'm Vanlin.
I'm Yami Elf.
And this is Cow Elf Gaming. We'll catch you in the next one, everyone.
Bye, everyone.